lie down, hit head on the pillow, arms to the side, and just give me pelvic tilts. And 1. Breathe in and breathe out. I want you really to concentrate on that breathing. And 2. And out. Breathe in and out. You notice maybe that I reverse the breathing purely out of the point with a thought behind it. If you breathe in and I get you here, automatically tucking your belly button in and then your ribs down. Now with a breath out, I want you to keep that contraction. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. And there. So it's mobility through the lumbar spine. Nothing more. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax your shoulders. I actually found it quite difficult because my shoulders immediately go out, and maybe also because I'm cold. So make sure, stop the video now if you don't have a blanket or something where you're warm. You have to be warm to stretch. Because when you're not warm, everything is going, and you're already in that state, right? So we want to get you out of that. So warm and cuddly. And serious, put well, it's probably such a mission to get it out under the bed and then put it back in the bed when your back is sore. Put 2 blankets on the floor and whatever else you can find so that make it warm. Sun lounger cushions or so on. And down, right. I want you to take your left leg up and down. Your right leg up and down, 10 times each, and down, and 3, and 4, and 5, so where I drove just now in Edenburg, you could have dropped me off there and let me loose. I would have not known where I was. But it was so sweet. Sophie had butterflies in her stomach. She was so nervous. She got more nervous that we got there. And he also didn't look less nervous. But big hug. And off they went. Mum, you can go now. And 9. And last one. And right. Bring the arms up. And I want you to bring them up and around and up. And up and around and up for 10. Up and around and up. And up and around and up. All the time, those ribs are staying down, right? We will try. Imagine that we've got a calf, a cement plate for your worm, right? And the worm has to stay in there. So, okay, carry on. 5 and 6. I mean, I never talk too much, am I? 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Right. Okay. Pelvic lifts all the way up with your arms at the same time. With the pelvic lift, I want you to stretch through your quads. We're going to do this in several versions. So, bring it up as high as you can. Feel the stretch, unless it's sore. I want you to go down with a straight back. no articulation. And 2, and down, and 3, and down, and 4, and down, and 5, and down, and 6, and down, and 7, and down, and 8, and down, and 9, and down, and 10, and down. You can do 5 more. If you can't, leave it. And 2. I have to keep my core very tight, otherwise my lower back is sore. And I can feel it in the moment, because I just started to cycle again, so my lower back is not used to that constant forward flexion. 4. So I have to be very exact in what I'm doing, so keep your hips stable. Right, we're bringing the arms out. You're going to bring your leg down, and 1, bring it in, and 2. I know you don't like that, because it's going to be tight in here, but we're just going to do 5, and 3, and 4, and 5. Bring it over to the other side, and 1, and 2, and 3, ribs down, it's also a reminder for me, and 4, and 5. How was that? Okay? Okay, slide your leg out, bring it in, and 2, bring it in, and 3, bring it in, and 4, bring it in, and 5. Squeeze that squeeze your buttocks, and can't talk, and 1, and 2, and 3, wash out. You might have to go into an imprint to stabilize that more. I find when my back is sore, I work much better in an imprint. 2 more, and 1, and 2. Keep that left leg bent, or I'll show you first on the other leg. So keep the right leg bent, and bringing your leg in as much as you can. Just hugging it in there, right? So get a nice stretch through your glutes and the hamstrings, and we're going to turn it around then to get to the side, to get into your quads. And bring your leg up to where you can hold it. That might be there, that might be there, that might be somewhere else, right? Where you can hold it with your tailbone squashed into the ground, right? And you also don't want to pull with your, I'm exaggerating now, you don't want to pull your hip up. So keep the hips in a square position. And count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it down, other side. Bringing it up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You should be able, if you need to pause the video, to keep hug the knees into your chest and roll from left to right. To pause on your phone, and then I should be stopping on the TV as well. So if ever you need some more time, just press the pause button. 8. And I actually do then what you want. 9, and 10. I want you to lie on your side. Arms nicely side. And I want you to, if you can, get hold of your foot. Otherwise you're going to take a towel Or, where have I got a towel? There's a towel. How am I doing? Right. Okay, so my back towel. So you're going to take a towel, and then you can pull with a towel. Right? So that looks then like that. I can show you from the other side as well. Feel like that. Right? So that's quite nice because you can direct then how much stretch you give it. If you don't need the towel, that's fine. But I want you to count to 30 and I want you really to bring it back. You can also hold like that or with the hour towel and really go count slowly to 30. I'm talking so long so you can count. Right? So, and the further you keep it back, the more stretch. So you have to pull, just that you find it difficult to get to your toes. Right? To hold onto them. So that's what the towel is. You can also use an elastic. And yeah. Oh, here's something funny. The other day, we laughed so much. The other day, I said to a client if she could get her elastics, please. So she went to her desk drawer and got a packet of elastics out, in absolute awe what I would do with these tiny little elastics. And she arrived with those, and she had them ready for the class. So no, we're not doing, yes, you actually can. And we will one day, with elastics for the feet, for the toes. Okay, bring it over to the other side. But that was very, very funny. So I suggest you bring the towel already before you lie down so that you don't look like some squirmish eel like I did just now. Okay, and you bring it back. The point here is really that you have to have your knees in line. So it's no good stretching it up there. Remember, when you're standing up and you're stretching it, you also don't want to have your knee out. I always say to you, keep the knees together. So same here, you want to keep the knees together. Oh, this is so nice in front of the heater. It was so cold this morning. Okay, so for 30, I actually taught with the beanie this morning. Right, how does that feel? Okay, you need to give me some feedback. And, but I think that should be alright. Okay, we're now, what did I wanted to do? I totally forgot. I had something on my head just now what I wanted to do. Okay, so bring the knees in. Bring your legs up. Pull your toes down. And point and flex. And point and flex. And point and flex. If you can't bring your legs up like this, bend them. Point and flex. And point and flex. And point and flex, and point and flex. The whole purpose of the point is to get the stretch through the calves. Right, I want you to bring one leg out, the other leg up, and I want you to rotate through the hip. For 5, one way, for 5, the other way. And 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, 5. I'm so used to it. So we're going to do 10, right? And then 10 the other way. You have to balance with your stomach. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. That video what I did the other day with the relaxation and the breathing, I need you to do that as well. 9, 10. Hold the leg up and circle your ankle. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 5 the other way, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Bringing it over, bringing the other leg up, flexing your feet, and circle, and 2. Have your leg where it suits you. I just need you to have stable hips. And 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Other way. 1. Make sure the other hip is in the floor. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. That should be really tight in your obliques. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And ankle. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right. I have my hands singed off by the heater. Okay. Lengthen through your body. Stretch, 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 stretch. Like you want to tell your spine, for heaven's sake, you know, widen the spaces between the spine. And then I have a little winch and I'm going, you know, like an old-fashioned times? Right. Super. Over the side, I want you to come up. Right? I want you to lean against your cupboard or have a stack of cushions behind you. If you need to lean back, that you've got something to refer to. Right? And all I want you to do is bringing your feet together and pushing your knees down. So, I know that you actually can sit very straight. So, just opening the hips slightly. I totally forgot what I wanted to do just now. It's like, right, so you're going to bring the one leg out and you keep the other leg there. And that's it. I just want you to sit there like that. And you can then stretch over. Push that knee down. See, mine also wants to come up. Sit down. And you can do it with arms. You can do it without arms. Just make sure that you're not going forward and not going backwards. You're actually between two panes of glass. Other side. Okay. Right? So, for you, that should actually be quite a stretch already. You know, you can also go forward, but we don't want to do that in the moment because we don't want to increase the friction. So, bring it over, but only as far as you can. So it might only be like that. You might only be stretching to your side, just stretching upwards. Right? Okay, cross your legs. Relax here. Cross the legs, widen the legs, stretch them forward. Sit on a chair, on the ball. It doesn't matter. Now bring your hand behind you. Slowly change it over to the other side. Arm behind you. So it gives you also a nice stretch to your triceps. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Drop your shoulders. And down. And bring it up. Okay. Let me know how that feels. I've got such dry lips. Let me know how it feels. And I'll send you another one tomorrow. Super. Have fun with it. Love you lots.